Hi, 4th and 5th graders. Today we are going to be doing the comprehension packet for chapters 13 and 14 of Matilda. Now, you should have already listened to this story earlier this week or last week. Let me check. You should have already listened to these chapters last week. So we had done it on Friday and now it's Monday. So we're going to do the comprehension questions. If you don't remember these, just do your best. You can always call me in Google Hangouts or comment in Classroom or email me with questions or just say, hey, Ms. Price, I am super confused, and I'll help you. And if some of you have been deciding to do this, which is okay, if you want to answer the questions the day that we read the story, I'm okay with that. Just when it comes to the day where I post this as an assignment, you won't have anything to do for me besides answer the question. Now make sure you did answer the question today for attendance. But we're going to get started. And like I say, every time we do one of these, pause the video. You can pause the video as many times as you need to. You don't need to listen to me go straight through it, because when we're in the classroom, I would normally pause and wait for all of you to be done, put your pencil down, all the normal stuff, but I can't see you, and I can't tell how long to wait. I don't want to wait too long, too little for all of you, because you all work at your own pace. So pause the video. I'll try to remember to remind you, but you know me, I forget a lot of things. And then hit play when you're ready to move on. Okay. Now the first one, we're going to do the quick write. Have you ever answered a question incorrectly in class? If so, how did it make you feel? So in these two chapters, we had seen Miss Trunchbull start to teach Miss Honey's class. And when a kid got one wrong, she would pick them up by their ear or their hair and then drop them down. And they talked about her throwing kids out the window. And she did not treat them well. She embarrassed them and made them feel really, really, really bad. And I know when I was growing up, when I was very nervous that I would always get an answer wrong, so I often wouldn't raise my hand because I was scared of that. I hope that you're never worried in my room, but I know that that's still something that some of you worry about. So the question is, have you ever answered something incorrectly in class? So you could do, yes, I have answered a question incorrectly, or no, I haven't. And then your second sentence for this, because you need two sentences, is how did that make you feel? Now, if you've answered a question incorrectly, you can quickly answer that one and go, how did that make you feel? Oh, it made me feel embarrassed. I was fine with it, no issue. If you had never answered a question incorrectly, then how do you think it would make you feel? So if you say, no, I've never answered anything incorrectly, well, then make a prediction. How do you think it would make you feel? So take some time. You need two sentences for this first one. And then pause the video while you work on that. I reminded you. And then hit play when you're ready, and we're going to move on to the vocab. I'm going to give you a second real quick to hit pause, and then we'll get started. Okay, so our vocab, we are on these three sections right here. Our three vocab words are over on the side right here where they always are. Our first word is peeved. That means like to annoy or irritate, which is what my cat often does to me, as you can tell in some of the videos, but that's just like if someone annoys you. Okay, diabolical. Whew, that's going to be a word I have trouble saying today. Diabolical is our next one, and that's kind of being like evil or like doing bad things or like just not great. And our last one is riveted. Riveted means like you can't look away. You're so into what you're doing, you just can't look away. So those are our three words. And now you need to fill in the blanks. Once again, you can pause while you write the words and then hit play and listen to me talk some more. Your favorite thing. Number 1, the children's eyes were blank to the movie screen as the fascinating movie played. Fascinating. If something's fascinating, you're like really, really wanting to watch it. So that'd be peeved, like it annoys you. Diabolical, like it's evil. Or riveted, like you just are so into it, you can't look away. Kind of gave that one away for you. So write the correct one on the line. Number 2, The teacher was blank that the students in her class had attempted to cheat on the test. How do you think your teacher would feel if you cheated on a test? Do you think they'd be happy? Do you think they'd be angry? So, do you think the teacher was peeved, like annoyed, upset? Or do you think the teacher was diabolical, like being evil? Or do you think they're riveted? Now, if you're stuck on which one it is, listen to me read the next one. And then that might give you a hint. So the zombie mask looked creepy and diabolical. I just gave you the answer. Oh my gosh. You know, it feels like a Monday, but I'm filming this on a Friday. So, your lucky day, I just gave you the answer. No more being confused. I'll even write it on there for you. Diabolical. Aren't you lucky? The zombie mask looked creepy and diabolical, which was perfect for scaring trick-or-treaters. It looked evil. Now, if I went back up, have you ever done something incorrectly? Every day. So, I gave you this one. Now you should definitely know what number 2 is and number 1. Boy, oh boy. Happy Friday to you. Or it's a Monday that you're doing this. Happy Monday. You get a free answer from me. I'm filming on a Friday. Okay. Multiple choice. Choose the best answer. Number 1, why does Eric Inc. get into trouble with Miss Trunchbull? So why does Eric, one of the students in Matilda's classroom, get in trouble? In our questions earlier, and my beginning little review kind of helps give this one away, but think back on why he got in trouble. A, he spells incorrectly. B, he multiplies incorrectly. C, he has dirty hands. Or D, he has long hair. Now, if you don't remember this one, make your best guess. Because she did kind of go through all of that with kids. And Eric Inc. wasn't exactly the most important character in this chapter. And sometimes those supporting characters, the characters that are just added in, they don't have those main roles, we forget what they do, which is okay. But if you remember, awesome job. You have a great memory. If you don't, you can either listen back or use some other resource to find it, or just make your best guess. Go, I think he did this one. And then that will be your answer, okay? Number 2, what does Matilda do with her eyes? Okay, this was like a super crazy part of the book. And I know that it got cut off when I was reading, and like I had mentioned in a different video, Mrs. Sibbald had called in, and I just was running out of time. It was poor management of my time, but I ran out of time to fully explain the first miracle. And Matilda does something crazy with her eyes that isn't normal. It's not something that necessarily we would see anyone be able to do. And that's kind of a Roald Dahl, the author's crazy stories and words and everything he writes about really comes out to play. So if you remember what she did, there was that cup with the newt in it, and we have a little picture of the newt, kind of a cute picture of the newt at the top of our page. What does Matilda do specifically with that cup? It's kind of my hint for you. Does she A, makes Miss Trunchbull fall, B, makes the newt run, C, tips the glass of water, or D, makes Miss Trunchbull be quiet? So do you think it's really possible for someone to do this with their eyes? Is it realistic or is it not? I mean, this story is made up. I'm going to break the news to you now. But think about that. Do you think that could actually really happen? Would you like it to happen? Would you like to be able to do that? That's my next question. Would you like to be able to do that? Personally, I think it'd be kind of cool. And if you see it in the movie, which don't go out and watch it if you haven't, if you see in the movie, she does some kind of crazy stuff. Okay, flip to the next page when you're ready. Remember, pause as much as you need. Re-listen to me as many times as you want. I know you won't miss me. Okay, comprehension questions. Number 1, summarize what happens when Miss Trunchbull takes over Miss Honey's class. Okay, I want you to do 3 sentences. I'm really going to challenge you on this one, and I'm going to put a little line. 3 sentences. Okay? 3 sentences on this one. Describe what happens when Miss Trunchbull takes over. What are some of the things that happens? How does she treat the class? Is she nice to them? Is she mean to them? What are some of the questions she asks? What are some of the things she does to the kids? Now, remember, there's some hints over here on question number 2 at the bottom. But I need 3 complete sentences, so capital, punctuation, and a complete thought in there. So I'm going to just go, she ran outside to, that would not work. So you need to have your complete sentences, and 3 of them, about what happens when Miss Trunchbull takes over. Okay? Should be pretty easy to get 3. And really, you could probably write 6 or 7, but I'll go easy on you since it's a Friday. It's a Monday for you. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, my brain's turned off. Okay. Number 2. Why do you think chapter 14 is named the first miracle? So chapter 14 is a chapter where Matilda does that trick with her eyes. And I'm not going to give away the answer for the previous page like I almost did, but I caught myself. So why do you think it's named the first miracle? Think about what she does with her eyes and kind of what goes on with that. That's going to be a part of it. But you can come up with any reason why. So why do you think it was called the first miracle? And maybe you want to add, if that's a good title, if you like this chapter. I would like you to do just 1 sentence for this one, since you did 3 on the other one. Okay? And our last question, number 3. Why does Miss Trunchbull call Matilda's father a crook? So a crook, remember I've described that in the book multiple times since it's come up quite a few times that he is a crook. Matilda's thought it and other people have, and we had a whole chapter about the things that he does. A crook is someone who's like lies, steals, cheats to get better things. So just not doing the right things. So think about what her father does. He's a car salesman. Why do you think that Miss Trunchbull calls him a crook? I can't think of his last name. Matilda's father, Mr. Wormwood, had sold a car to Miss Trunchbull about 3 months ago or something like that. I could be wrong. He sold a car to Miss Trunchbull, and that car, something happened to it. So why would she call him a crook, a liar, a cheat? Write 2 sentences here. And then, I don't know why they have like a little box here. If you want to draw me a picture of how you're feeling, of anything else, go for it. Happily. Now, you need to do these 2 pages. And after that, if you could send me a picture of it, that would be great so I can check in on how we're doing with answering the questions. I know my brain was a little scattered while I was reading this too. I am so sorry. Like I said, it's a Friday, but it feels like a Monday for me, and it is a Monday for you, which is confusing because I filmed this a different day than when I'm posting. But if you could send a picture to me, kind of like how we've been doing all of our other stuff, that would be awesome. Some of you have been doing that, and it's great to see your work, because normally I would be checking these over before you turn them in to me. Do these 2 pages, turn them in, make sure you answer the question in Google Classroom, and then feel free to contact me by Google Hangout or email or commenting in Classroom if you need anything. I've had a few of you that are checking in with me in Google Hangout or emailing me or just getting a hold of me some way, which is awesome because it's nice to know how you're doing. I don't get to see you each and every day of the week right now, which has been hard. I can't check in on all of you. So if you need anything, let me know and get these 2 pages done. Keep up the great work. Bye.